floor that maybe he wasn't expecting to see there. We'll see how well his team adapts to that situation. I think we've got a good game on our hands here, and the Łódź crowd is certainly looking to cheer their team on to a result, but at least gives them a shot away from home. We are just about good to go here in Poland. It's CEV Champions League playoff time. It's the reigning champions in black, VakifBank Istanbul, that get the first point on the board through Zera Güneş. What a block from the young middle to start with. And that's not the opener that the team in red and white, the home side of ŁKS Commercecon Łódź, were looking to get. Wow, she means business. Güneş getting off to a terrific start then. First block on the board from her. Slight attack around the back. Again, the block is strong. Oh, wow. 2 in a row. Well, Güneş next to Igonu, probably one of the biggest blocks at the moment in World Club Volleyball. And the Łódź attackers are going to have to just be a little more careful. Stücke going straight into that one. So Igonu with a block. Güneş with a block. Nearly 3 in a row, but Gabi can't complete the picture. Witkowska, Polish international, with the slide attack round the back, puts it away. Nice pass. Ball control is going to be important tonight. If they can get that ball onto Radska's head in a decent zone in the middle court, then he's going to be able to run that VakifBank block. But it needs to be accurate. Out from Igonu, so the block was good, but the first attacking option for the Italian opposite for VakifBank is out the back. So Gulabay Bucek getting the start at setter, the playmaker, 3 years of age, through the ranks from the junior Turkish squad. Kuga Akman as well, getting a start through the middle. So at the moment, no American Chaka Ogogu out on the floor. And no Turkish international setter Cansu Özbey. And just like Igonu, Diouf has missed her first attacking effort. She has to be on her game tonight. She is key to the performance this evening, the number 7 for Łódź. Find her game and put some big numbers together. It's going to be tough for the home side. Feed from Radska to the middle, but Witkowska can't put it down. No problem though for Daldaro. Very steady. She and Karabajma have been getting most of the left side time with Gabi this season. Both really steady players, great ball control players. Perfect complement really. Brazilian star Gabi. Diouf gets enough on that, works it off the hands nicely. So Radska setting for Łódź, the Brazilian international, with Diouf in the opposite position. Through the middle, Grike, and the woman serving, Witkowska. Going to have a role to play tonight as well, because there's going to be a lot about system attacking for Łódź to do. Nice pick up from Radska, and that's good enough from Diouf. So, after missing her first shot, the next 2 successful. Igonu not killing the ball at the moment, but Diouf is. It's allowed Łódź to keep pace with VakifBank on the scoreboard. Complete that lineup for Łódź. Susanna Gorecka, Slovenian outside attacker Lana Stücke. 2 wing spikers. Zera Güneş through the middle with Kubra Akman, Turkish international, the 2 central players for VakifBank tonight. This is much better than Łódź. That'll be a nerve-settling kill from Gorecka. 22 years of age, will be 1.83 tall wing spiker. First season here at Łódź, but he's had experience in various teams, including a spell with Novara in the Italian league. Set to Igonu, she just tips it over, but it was a freebie and an attack well put away, and this is exactly what the Łódź fans want to see here. Now the consideration after the start that Vucet has made for Guidetti is how long does he give his backup setter out there on court before he starts to think about Cansu Ojbe. Way too early at the moment, especially if she keeps coming up with decent sets. But Igonu at the moment can't put the ball away. That's going to be against you. Net fault from the tall opposite. In the second shirt. Yes, crush the net take with her elbow. That's completely out of bounds for the attackers. Ponytails brush the net. Igonu unleashes her first serve of the match. Oh, that is superb from Radska. What a brilliant one-handed saving set. And not only that, absolutely sticks it on a plate on the reverse for Juve. She takes her tally to 3 kills already. Start from Juve. She'll be pleased with that. She gets to serve. Former Italian international. 1-2, that's really confident from Vucet. Well, the lively start that was made by the visitors VakifBank has been somewhat tempered. Some pretty decent play by the home side, and their passing has been excellent. It's good defence from Dardaro. Gabi with the big roundhouse swing. Quite put it away, but then gets the block. And a bit of early action for Kubra Akman, so both middles have got themselves a block now. Defence from Dardaro to get the continuation play. Slides a little cheeky serve over. One-handed save from Radska, it's a free ball. Oh, wow. Well, there wasn't much of a slide on that slide because Akman was already there. Akman, so she just carried on and ran a reverse. There you go, just the one tiny step out to the right. Cracking start. Kubra will take that. Similar attack coming from Łódź, but very well defended from Igonu, and then that huge circular swing from Gabi. It really is a unique action with that low elbow all the way through. But boy, is it effective when she gets it going. Elbow only comes up above her shoulders and her head as she swings through that last phase at the ball.
This is the thing that we have to answer, okay? Just remember with Roberta, high ball, you can still have 2 meter there, eh? With Vale, we stay on the middle, with Robbie, we still 1 meter there because they're trying to play this, eh? Vai, stiamo che.
So great start from VakifBank, good counter from ŁKS. But then an immediate response from VakifBank. They've set their standard high, VakifBank. They're going to stay there, and it's up to Łódź to try and stay with them. And Alessandro Ciappini realising that his team just slipping away from that early high tempo, and the 3-point lead for the Turkish side is enough to force him into a timeout. VakifBank 10-7, and a good little run of play here from Nika Dardaro. This pass again, Juve out of the back line, no, telegraphed, and both blockers saw where that ball was going. Kubra and Gabi closing that seam. Gabi finishing nicely. Well, the block from VakifBank so far in this game has been stunning. free ball. Tied it up. Very well done. Certainly some credit there to Aicha. Came in nicely just to clear that up. Ball right on the head of the setter, ŁKS. ŁKS just fired it out right again to the big swing from Kubra. Just being reminded what a great blocker she is, Kubra, but because of the presence of Ogbogu in this side, not as much court time. Couldn't get to this one though. It's another fine hit from Goretzka. So Łódź eventually get their side out. Great pass. Not quite the set that Gabi was after, and that's a ferocious return. Look at Slovenian outside with a real hammer here. Rather got a chicken wing on it, but that was it. Kubra a little frustrated that she just drifted past the angle on that one. But it's going to serve again. Another nice pass again. Gonu's not putting the ball down at the moment. Kubra, no timing with that one, and chases all the way across for the block on Diouf. A little bit of confusion out there, and Gabi sorts it out. Gonu wasn't sure whether to take this ball, and in the end it got taken. The setter. So setting duties taken over by Aicha. Gabi happy to put away the out-of-system ball. 13-9 in this race to 25. Opening set of the first leg of this playoff game. VakifBank in the black, the home side in the red and white. Return match scheduled for Istanbul next Wednesday. Which will be hoping to go there with some chance of at least forcing the issue. Kubra with the serve. A reasonable pass into zone 1, so it's settable. And that's a good save from Gabi, and that's a hell of a pick-up from Kubra. Oh, wow. And the middle's going to enjoy that one. The tall number 6 throwing herself at the ball. And that's not bad from a player that stands 1.97 m. That's a super piece of defence from the middle. No wonder she's smiling. Second time out called by Chiappini for Łódź.
On the middle of the net. Okay, so for a moment we try to play a little bit open. Remember, girls, to try to avoid the middle, especially with this situation when they're following you. Try to pass more here, okay? In attack it's okay because you play aggressive. Try to play a little bit higher, right? Because you see we got too many blocks too complicated to cover. Just play higher in case the ball is coming back like this. And also when you play deep, girls, you see that the defense is aggressive. We got positive things. Vai, andiamo, vai, side out, forza.
He's got a very nice style, said Chiappini. What a privilege to be able to listen in to these professional coaches working. So Kubra, after her defensive heroics, gets another serve. Any rotation the middle players play in backcourt after their service. He's bounced. That's properly bounced. What a shot this is from Stöcker. Oh, great late turn to go past the setter, Vucet. 5-point lead though. It's tough. Rika, good serve. And the middles are all having a good game at the moment on both sides of the net. Alexander Grika coming in for the injured Alia Angoska. Picks up an ace. Gabi takes control of this one. Out of the back line, Igonu hasn't found her range. Not always the fastest starter, Carla Igonu. But when she gets going, we know just how devastating she can be as an attacker, but at the moment, scoring points. Ooh, nearly got hit on the head there, trying to get out of the way of that service. Gonu. Quite a lot of work has to be done for players getting into the right area of court, so they can play their specialist position. Across the back line, the opposite tends to have to do a bit of running to get out to the right side. Solid pass again. Slide attack, but missed. It's unlucky from Witkowska. She'll be annoyed with herself. Experienced middle blocker, 31 years of age now, 1m91 tall. Signed for Łódź back in 2021 and was part of the Polish VNL squad that finished 13th last time around, and that 7th placed World Championship finish for Poland. Well, Ruska working the second play, but well read by Buchet. VakifBank still in the rally. Diouf, heavy hit down the line, but Aicha with a brilliant pickup. And more confusion, always tricky when the ball bounces to an unusual position. VakifBank fighting hard here. Oh, what a hit, what a pickup. And just long. It's a shame from Goretzka. Had to go for it. But a couple of really superb defensive touches. Eventually, Goretzka just slides it out of play. Now we're going to get a challenge, 2 challenges per set. If you win your challenge, you retain it. If you lose it, you lose it. But those challenges will be renewed if you lose both in one set. That will be renewed for the next set. Second official, Bogdan Stojka, just taking a look at this. The request is for a touch, block touch. And the answer to that request will be a very firm no. So Alessandro Chiappini has lost one of his challenges. And probably more importantly, Łódź have lost the point. VakifBank with a 6-point lead now in the opening set. They've controlled this game. Yeah, nice work. She's hit really sensibly as Shuka. Made some clever plays when she's had to. And again, just cutting it across her body and down the line past the Agoni block. And the Łódź fans in good voice tonight. Agoni goes for a tip. Well, she very often does that when she hasn't put the ball away for a few points. She'll go to the tip, and because she hits the ball so hard, the defenders tend to be back on their heels, and she wins a lot of those plays. And that touch point in the air, I can tell you, is up around about 325, 330 mark. That's 3 metres 30. Next time you're in a sports hall, take a look at the basketball ring, that's 3 metres. Then look 30 centimetres above. That's where Agoni is operating. Scary. Very good, and Łódź are doing a great job to contain her. Diouf hammers it deep. Gabi all over that. Wanted to run the pipe. Buchet didn't feed it, went wide to Daldarup, and the attack lost a bit of its momentum. You see Gabi, the number 10, getting her left foot down as that ball hit the setter's hand, trying to run a good high tempo. Selected. It's no real damage. It's still a massive lead for VakifBank. Oh dear. Well, Buchet tried to fake that she was going over on 2. I like that. That looked really good. It certainly sucked the middle blockers in, but unfortunately, the following set to Gunesh wasn't quite on the money. It's Giovanni Guidetti's turn to call a timeout for VakifBank.
Tactical is good, was 0 block, okay? Who is in front now? Who is in front?
Number 8, number 6 and
Diouf, okay? Also costume 4 can be? Okay, costume 4 can be, but if you want to keep signed open, it's okay. Okay, bye. 5 is good, eh? Bye. Okay.
It's good the teams do so much work in the gymnasium ahead of these big matches. And then it's very important the players are just reminded of the crucial information, the key information. Back into the action. And into the business end of this first set. Daldorok goes heavy cross court. I like that from Mayer, the captain of Łódź. Lovely dig. And then just trying to get a hurry up from her players. And Jiv nearly takes one of our camera operators out. Tallest player out there on court, Jiv, at 2 meters and 3. And when she's coming towards you, it's best to get out of the way. VakifBank's point. Big serve, good serve, beautiful pass. And Goretzka puts it away. That's excellent volleyball from Łódź. No pass, no set, no chance to kill very often, so too much work out of system if you can't get control of that ball, and that is quite fantastic from Turkish, who's made a good start to this game, the Slovenian international. Decent pass from Gabi. Igonu flies another one out the back. They're going to ask for the touch here. She thinks it's definitely a touch, so she wants her coach, Guidetti, to call the challenge. Generally what happens if the blocker has touched it and the challenge is called, the blocker will admit to the touch happening. But it's not the case for Łódź, so this might go to the Polish team here. Igonu's not had much luck at all, attacking-wise. Video check referees, just once again discussing Bogdan Stoker, the situation, and then we get a look at the replay. Can't see any fingers moving there. So block touch is the question. No is the answer. And they're bouncing now in the stands here in the Łódź Sports Arena. I think it's not quite as straightforward for VakifBank now. Side out required. Good pass from Gabi. And still, Igonu can't put the ball down. Good touch from Daldorok. Igonu gets another swing. And this time tips it off and away. So 2 tips from Igonu, and both of them have scored. She hasn't managed to put a spike away yet. But that's probably testament to Łódź's hard work and homework coming into this game. They'll know exactly what they want to do. Now, Alexia Gartasu comes in. So they're going to play this next point with a taller player on court. Buchet has hit the bench. There's no setter out there for VakifBank. So someone's got to do the job, and nobody's done the job. Oh dear. Igonu fancied it. Gabi has a little chat with her opposite, because this really should have been Gabi's ball, and Igonu should have been making herself available. Well, that's one dance routine they obviously haven't rehearsed in practice. Now the double sub is flipped over all the way, and Cansu Ujbe comes in, and it's not the welcome to the game she was after. This is good from Łódź. Not going down without a fight in set 1. Jiv picks up an ace. Turkish starting setter Ujbe on court now. Opposite Cansu is out there, so no Igonu, no Buchet. Daldorok is roofed, and there are problems here for VakifBank. This is a cracking comeback from Łódź, and this is a wonderful block from Grika. Enjoy that one. Got her feet in the right position there, really lined up on Daldorok's diagonal approach. And VakifBank under pressure. Not put away by Karatasu with her first swing. Second swing to the youngster, and that's a cracking kill. Honestly, the confidence of youth, wonderful to watch. 19-year-old Karatasu. There's a dent in the floor. Boy, was that a side out that VakifBank needed. 22-20. Łódź are still in this set. Daldorok serves. This was a good rotation for VakifBank last time. save. There was definitely a touch on that from Gabi, I think. Probably VakifBank is fortunate to get away with that one. Now, was Juve blocked? Yes, she was. Gabi got it. Went steep enough to hit the sideline. And this rotation again is looking good for the visitors. 23-20, 2 points required in this opening set. Lovely shot. That's a brilliant slide. And Grika has come up with a couple of excellent points at the back end of this first set. 23-year-old, 1m90 tall middle blocker. Had plenty of room there. Gabi was nowhere near her. And I'm afraid Grika, it's a case of well played, you're off. Christian coming in a more familiar opposite position. She's probably the backup middle tonight as well. So a double flip here. Opposite centre for Łódź, and that's a great touch. Brilliant defence from Goretzka, and it's coming back as well. VakifBank got to go again, and go again they do. Another fine kill from Karatasu. So where Donu was struggling with her spiking, Karatasu's come on and made 2 from 3 swings. Well from the left-handed teenager. And then that one as well. Set point arrives. Kubra takes a seat. American wing spiker Karabajma in for serve and defence duties, the former Washington University player. Former Polish league player incident with first set point saved, but still got a couple in the bank here. VakifBank, no pun intended. Bajma off, Ackle back on, Ackle off, Libero on. Busy down there on the sideline at the moment for the Turkish side. He serves, Gabi with the pass. And Gabi thrashes it onto the sideline. First set goes to VakifBank, 25 points to 22, but not without some considerable drama. Łódź battled hard there and forced the set to nearly 30 minutes until VakifBank got it across the line. It's the visitors that get off to the best possible start, and any set you win away from home is to be celebrated. 25-22. VakifBank Istanbul take a 1-set lead here in the Łódź Sport Arena. And no real choices for Łódź, the playing staff at the moment, with injuries and the like. Slightly restricted, but boy, they put on a good show there in the opening set, and they got pretty close to VakifBank in the end. Away we go with set 2 here in the first leg of this playoff game. A place in the quarterfinals awaits the winner. It should be against Vero Volley Milano. And here in the Łódź Sport Arena, the team in red and white, the home side. ŁKS Commercecon Łódź putting up a good show in the opening set. By no means the favourites in this match. The reigning champions, the mighty VakifBank Istanbul, in the black on the other side of the net, taking the opening exchange, 25-22. So Łódź chasing the game now. But they played really well in the opening set. Business end, they really put some pressure on. Matska defends her Brazilian colleague, Gabi. Gabi, in turn, defends Juve. Gets a second swing. And the most unusual arm swing in pro volleyball. Puts the ball away again. Gabi Gimares. She is some player, and if she didn't have that extended break through her early 20s with reconstructive knee surgery, you just wonder how many awards she would have won by now. Juve just getting in quick enough on the wing to hit that, so the block pretty easily over it. And Kubra blocked, well defended, Gunesh, my apologies, well defended off her own block on attack. and then recovers nicely. So Egonu's blocking next to Güneş is still impressive. And the problem for Łódź will be, if Egonu finds her range in offence, then this could be a very quick evening. Ratska to Witkowski. And Egonu takes a gamble and joins the block of Güneş to make the kill. 3-0 start. This is perfect from the Turkish side. Diouf again, lines it this time and hits it out. That's good to see from Diouf. Very often hitters can be prone to blaming the setter, but she instantly put 2 thumbs up to her setting colleague just to say, look, that was in the right place. Ratska doesn't make a lot of errors. Roberta just going to set the ball now. Swing cross court. This is a rotation where Diouf and Stuttgart are in the wrong positions essentially. Not that they can't play left and right side, but they're on different sides to their regular rotation. So this is a rotation they can get stuck on. But they've got stuck on it quite badly. Early timeout for Coach Chip.
You know what you try to do with this? You can also, if you have perfect ball, you can try short with her. Okay, hook short and we open there, okay? Okay. Vai, andiamo Gers, dai.
Again, remaining calm. He knows the test ahead. He knows that his team have got to be given some time to try and find a way into the match, but he also knows that if VakifBank find their rhythm, red-hot favourites to take this match by 3-0, which would mean they just need to claim a set at home to get the tie done and dusted. That's good. That's good from Chiappini. Diouf has had some interesting times with some of the teams she's played for, and that was an interesting attack. Just a little 3.5 ball. Roberta bringing Diouf in off the wing to go hunting for the space just over the top of the middle. That's a nice piece of thinking from Brazil and Italy, respectively, Roberta and Diouf. Good dig down the line from the captain. Tip again from Egonu. Not quite getting the ball she wants from Butier at the moment. Nice coverage from Aicha down the line. Gabi again with the big roundhouse swing, but she's missed the block. Missed the court, has she? Or has she got it? It's back to receive, so just missed. So from Stuttgart. Good heavy hit. Well, Zara Güneş emerged on the scene as a teenager and got almost instantly into the Turkish senior squad and impressed as she arrived, but she's just such a complete middle blocker now and learning still, getting better. The first names on the team sheet on Rudetti these days. That's nice, I like that from Diouf. Responded well to missing a couple of shots early. Fabulous hands from Roberta Ratska to get that ball out wide and then through the uprights. Field goal hit from Diouf through the arms of Daviro. Nice pass. Johnny tips again, gets away with it. Goretzka came peering in off her line. Sprinting and anticipating and overran it. So Güneş to serve. Just go for the big build-up. And then serves in the net. Such is life, and such is this sport. You have to put pressure on from the service line. That comes with its risks. Flat serve from Diouf. Out of system here, Egonu. Do you see what I mean? When she finds her range, she's just unstoppable. the contest between she and former VakifBank opposite Isabel Haak, who incidentally went to Egonu's former club, Conegliano. Their contest at the World Club Championships was something to watch. Oh, she's got her teeth into it now. Egonu's swinging away hard. Good defence cross court from Ayça. Goretzka takes control on the free ball as it comes over and then puts the ball away down the line very smoothly indeed. Oh, it's been given out. It's been given out, so Goretzka's not sure, but her teammates are. They've asked for the challenge. Oh, they're going to get it wrong, I'm afraid. So the challenge in progress, but we can already see from a lively bit of work there from our cameras, we can already see that is out, even with the compression. And that's a shame because Goretzka did everything right after the finish. But it must have got a touch on the way, so it was out. But the request was a touch off the block then. Good work, which kept the point. And it was all very temporary. Egonu with a nice off-pace play. So now she's into her scoring, Paola Egonu, and we know that she can score at a ferocious pace. Once she starts ticking that scoreboard over, then it is going to be difficult for Łódź. 4-point lead already for VakifBank. Trouble here. Good save. Gabi waits and waits. What a swing. I really thought she'd gone too early here, but she hung around and watched the speed of the arm. Finally, when she swings it, the block is already on the way down. Back to that 5-point lead that VakifBank forged in the first 5 serves of this set. Actually, first 4 serves, the one-sided. Easy work for Ayça at the moment on that cross-court position. Guimarães from way off the net. Beautiful defence from Maeva, the Łódź captain. This is good from Łódź. Yeah, excellent. That's really excellent volleyball from the home side, and a superb put away from Alexandra Grike. A bit of volleyball in the USA. Trojan in the NCAA. Showing us what she shouldn't have done. Oh, that's superb. That's a brilliant piece of work from Buchet. And a little sluggish that from Kubra. But somehow, with the most ridiculous angle, Gabi comes up with the point, and Kubra's seen the funny side of it, but I don't think her coach would have been too pleased, because that was a blockable ball and she reacted late, but Buchet saves the day. Before Gabi puts the icing on the cake. Good reserves. Goretzka with a good pass again, and Strickler's swinging away well on the left side. Been really impressed with her, the Slovenian international tonight, number 17 top, 6 years of age. And it looks like the real deal. Short serve on Ayça. Gabi took that away. It's a second go at it and bounces it wide. Well, during the warm-up, I can tell you the Polish team were making a hell of a noise. The Łódź players were trying to generate real atmosphere, and they're going for it again here. They're trying to claw back that 5-point deficit. They've reduced it to 3. Good line-up with Diouf in the front court. They've got height. It's another tip from Egonu. Starting to score now, though. It's Paola Egonu. Try from the Łódź skipper. Not quite. Buchet. Good tough serve out of system here for Diouf. That's great one-handed stab defence down the line. Great work from Roberta Radska to keep it in play. Diouf goes with the tip this time. Well spotted by Buchet. And Igonu uses her height to just tip it straight over the top of the advancing libero. Well, sometimes you just have to take a chance, but Maeva thought it was going to be short. It ended up long, and that was well spotted from Igonu. Good try. Good try to just change up the tempo there. Like what they're doing. They're trying really hard to keep the variation there. Costa gets a kill off the block and then they can't follow it with the serve. It's the first thing I think Stuttgart's done wrong for a while. They virtually fought this volleyball this evening. But you can't play in patches against big teams like VakifBank because they will punish you. They'll set the standard high, they'll keep it high, and they'll punish you any chance they get. Diouf's missed another one on our familiar right side. Thirds halfway because of issues in the Italian league with Perugia. Such a good player, Diouf. It's in play. That's a good chase from Gabby. Buchet was a bit annoyed with herself on that defence. And a good touch from Ayça. Great one-hand reverse set. Crowd didn't quite like it. And the block is good from Daldarov. And even better from Igonu. That's a one-hander, I think. Let's have a look. Oh, swats it down. It would have gone out. Goretzka's a little unlucky there. It would have gone out, but Goretzka in mid-air couldn't do anything about it. And the ball just hit her.
Again with this, with open on in case over. Devi uscire di lato, okay? And here maybe we have space also between, okay? Pay attention on the movement of the arms. Vai, andiamo. First of all, passing.
We're always listening to these timeouts, waiting for those little gems, those little bits of magic from the coaches, but they actually deal in the basics. That's what the coaches are trying to do. They're trying to clear a bit of headspace for their players, just remind their players what they want them to focus on, what they've agreed that they're going to focus on from the build-up to this match. And if you can just clear that space, you can just give your players a chance to make decisions more automatically under pressure. Beautiful swing. That's such a shame that is out. That was bounced by Goretzka. Great athleticism from her, but of course, if you miss the court, you don't get the point. Doesn't matter how high you've bounced it into the crowd. Good call. Really good call that from the Łódź captain. Well listened by Lana Stuttgart. Well, the problem for Łódź has been every time it looks like they have found a bit of momentum, they've diffused it with serve errors. But they're so concerned about not putting tough serves in because the pace at which the ball's going to come back, they're having to go for it. With tips. Block throws it down, but well defended. And so nearly an excellent play from Łódź. Igonu's missed again. What? Kubra's saying she thinks this ball is in. I thought that looks long. But we're going to get to see from the point of view of the high-speed camera. Multiple frames per second. The flight of the ball to be broken down into tiny individual sections, and when the ball presses, we see whether it has actually touched the court. communicated, and it has. There we go. So in real time, that looked long. In reality, flattened like a pancake with the power of Igonu. It's touched the line. And even she wasn't expecting that. Love it. Serve. Trouble now for Łódź. Free ball coming. Well tidied up by Gabi. And Igonu just thunders it. It's all falling apart now in set 2 for Łódź. They've fought so hard in this match up to this point. That's virtually a free hit. Now back round to Güneş. She missed her last serve, just as I was singing her praises. Floats that in easily. Goretzka with the pass. And good defence like that from Dağdırok. Gabi assumes a rather unusual position right out on the far left side to hit from the back court. It's the widest pipe hit you'll see. But great thinking, great awareness from both Buchet and from Gabi. 21-10, VakifBank storming away with this second set, and there's an ace from Güneş. And they are piling the pressure on now, VakifBank. Looks like Stuka is going to be replaced, just struggling on her pass. So in comes Julete Sedska, 20 years of age, Polish national squad player, and through the development team here at Łódź to the senior squad, and the substitution does its job, just upsets Güneş's rhythm, and she gets a right telling off from Coach Guidetti. Just wanders off smiling. Jiv to serve then. Łódź would like a bit of momentum if they can find it at the back end of this set, but Dağdırok is not in a charitable mood. It's a hell of a swing on the Dutch outside. There's more protection than defensive effort from Diouf. Good hit from Igonu, lovely pass from Goretzka. And I tell you what, there's a couple of players out there that are still playing some really good volleyball. Goretzka is one of them, Roberta's setting beautifully. And the woman that's just hit the ball, Alexandra Grika, is doing the business through the middle. So, that comes off. In comes Gaia, the backup setter. Also onto court, Ryszuk, back up opposite. I'm sure it's going to be enough to save the day. No, and after making all the substitutions, Goretzka sticks the ball out the back. VakifBank nearly done. 12 set points. Dağdırok with the serve. From Sedska, and then she knocks it out of play. There we go. And in the modern rally scoring system that's been around for a while, 25-12, I'm afraid, is a real thrashing. Just 20 minutes to get that one over the line. 25-22, 25-12, VakifBank Istanbul. The reigning Champions League champions are looking very, very good indeed here in Łódź. So between sets 2 and 3, generally speaking, we get a slightly extended break. So the players will have a little more time off court, and if we get a chance, we'll hear from the coaches.
Second set, I'm wondering what is the most important for you if we talk about the first set, to close this match in exactly 3 sets?
I mean, we don't expect an easy match. They are a strong team. They have the power to come back, and so we did very, very well in service, block and defense, and we have to keep going to play very good service, block and defense. If not, the match can be very complicated.
Thank you so much.
Giovanni Guidetti,
I teraz mam highlight.
VakifBank coach. This montage. Get a word with Coach Chippini. We'll see. Well, a few glum faces around the Łódź Sport Arena. This isn't quite the result that the home fans were looking for from the ŁKS Commercecon Łódź, the home side, in the first leg of this best-of-2 playoff match. A playoff that VakifBank didn't really want to be in. They wanted to be straight through to the quarterfinals by right, but only able to win 4 out of their 6 games in the pool phase, losing 3-1 to Novara at home, losing again at home to Potsdam as well in 5 sets, but then managing victories, double victory over Belgrade home and away, the Serbian side, and then got revenge against Potsdam.
Coach, situation is very difficult for you, for your team. What do you need to focus on, especially if we talk about the first set, to change something in your game?
First of all, we don't have to give up now, because this set we did some mistake. Also, they are playing very good from the beginning of the game. They are controlling our game, so we try to change something. It was working in the first set. In the second set, we got a lot of trouble. Now, for sure, first of all, we must trust that we can change something, and we have to do this on the court. Thank you.
Well, I like that from Coach Chippini, trying to stay positive. And also fully acknowledging that the opponents played very well in that set. You know, it's always easy to point the finger and talk about the fact that one team has messed up or hasn't played well, but VakifBank absolutely piled the pressure on. I'm afraid they managed to beat Łódź down during that second set. The home side never recovered. So Chippini is asking his players to try and do something different on court to try and recover the situation, but also, as you heard, very keen for them not to give up here. ŁKS Commercecon Łódź at home at the moment, getting outclassed by the reigning Champions League champions, VakifBank Istanbul in black. But if you're going to get a start to cheer the fans, that will do it. Vitkowska puts the first point on the board, and the Łódź faithful are off again. That's what we like to hear. Brazilian international starting set on Roberta with the serve. Oh, got a real dipper on that one. And they've come out the blocks flying. This is good from Łódź. What a bounce back. Tokyo Olympic silver medalist Roberta picking up the ace. It wrong on this occasion, though. Well, more encouraging start, though. Certainly didn't want a repeat of the 5-0 in set 2, which VakifBank managed to put on the scoreboard against Łódź. But that won't be encouraging. Nice stop from Güneş. Well, that's how she started the match, with a massive stop. And she's blocked Youth to start set 3, 2-all, damage repaired. Let's have a look at the hand position here, very good. Good arrival, shoulders up by the earlobes, forcing the arms across the net. Good swing from Vitkowska, well defended and well put away by Gonu. Took her time to find her range in this match, Paula Gonu, but she's in the match now. Back to what looks like her unstoppable best. Gabi with the serve. She's been good tonight. Out of system, thumps it off the top of the hands. Well contained. Chuck there from Güneş. And again, the block is good. She's got pinged on her hand by Diouf. It was the first shot that came off the top of the block that Güneş a bit. Only got all of that one. That's a phenomenal block, formidable block to try and go past. Diouf's having a tough old time of it. And that's a better choice from Roberta Racka. Comes back to the Slovenian international, Zwicker. Lost her place at the back end of the set. That's a clever hit because that wasn't easy to put away. Just drifting outside the antenna. Oh, goodness me. You can hear it. You can hear Egonu's contact. It is echoing around this sports hall. She hits the ball so hard. Unusual arm action as well, a little bit unusual like Gabi's, different, but still unusual, but it's effective. Oh wow, this is brilliant. Kubra joins the blocking party alongside Egonu. She's enjoyed herself tonight. There's Kubra Akman. Playing at VakifBank since 2012 when she was 18 years of age. Signed her first senior contract. Somehow, it's still in play. Kubra gets off the floor and tries to get back to the net, but well spotted by Roberta Racka. That's why she gave the ball to Witkowska. Poor Kubra was on the floor there and a little late back to the party. The most convincing attack from Witkowska, but the paintbrush has done its job. Nice serve. Contained, Egonu goes back to the tip. Didn't quite get the timing there to the approach. So he knew she had to go sensible with the shot. And look at that, I mean, it's just so effortless. VakifBank have opened up a 3-point cushion here. Pass. Getting low on the set. Well saved. And then Gabi comes in with the firepower. It's another thunderous spike from Gabi Guimarães. We might be on her way to the MVP here. She's done it again from that wide pipe position. That's not a front court hit, that's a back court hit. Coming from behind the attack line. Tight. What good from Daldarok, but nice save from Diouf. And another terrific stop from Kubra. It's a bit of a blocking masterclass from VakifBank tonight. Despite the best efforts of Goretzka, Kubra's arrived, penetrated the net. He's pushed on that ball at the right time and it's gone straight down. Timeout called, I think, by Alessandro Ciappini. Yeah.
In case, just let them block soft to play with the ball. What we play now, continue to use this base too, that we change something.
Okay.
Okay, like this, before you play overplay, she was without. By the net point, you can play open or over. If you're on the middle, you can also play.
Tough for coaches in situations like this, and temptation is sometimes to just be talking about one or two little things, but that's only ever going to earn you a point. It's much more to do with an overall shape to the game, and that's unfortunately at the moment what Łódź are lacking because of the pressure they're being put under. It's not getting any easier with the Egonu serve. Well played. Well, he asked Roberta Racka to change things up, and she has. A nice little slide ball to Grika, but not out wide. It's a little C quick on the reverse. Well put away. One player who's impressed tonight, Alexandra Grika. And there's the problem Łódź had in the last set. Excellent play to get the serve back and serve out of court. And you can't build pressure like that. keep their side-out game ticking over. They might be able to recover some service rhythm. Daldorop then from the line. Nice pass from Goretzka. She's done a good job tonight. There's the number 8. Still learning her trade at 22 years of age. But she's got great mobility and a lovely fast arm swing, and she hits deep. She hits high and hard. And, you know, on the occasions when she has gone a little short, she's been blocked. But other than that, putting the ball away consistently. Good pass. Oh, that's well played. Super pass from Daldorop. Came down right on the tape. Buchet making an excellent second ball decision. Completely and utterly foxed on that one. You don't often see one of the foxes foxed. I'm sure that's the Łódź logo. Just asked to extend a bit too much there, Grike. And a left-handed put away from Güneş. Not the set she could swing on, but still had the presence of mind to keep the non-hitting hand available. Good defence again from Kubra. She's had a lot of fun with her serving and defence. And the double flip, is it, straight away? Yeah, so Anastasia Ryszczuk comes in. It's the new opposite, by the looks of it. Gaia. Well, I thought Gaia was coming in as the new setter, but she hasn't come in yet. So Goretzka's still out there, but we know it's, I think we know it's going to happen. Juve spin at the moment removed from court. Might be Kinga Drabek, the backup libero, playing in regular colours as well, that might make the way in. There are options still for Alessandro Cioppini. Gonu, fortunately for Łódź, misses that one. Rika gets it into play. Gabi flashes through the wing. Such a great tempo from Buchet. So a little bit quicker, didn't get too much higher than the top of the antenna, and set with pace out wide, and Gabi met it perfectly. That's when those hours and hours of practice pay off, when you watch attacks like that. Quite the connection to Witkowska this time. Good block. Stuka goes hard cross court. Nice defence from Gabi. Buchet goes high and wide out of system. Gabi goes for the corner. Brilliant defence. Oh, that's really good work. First of all from Goretzka to actually make the play. Just wasn't quite hit wide enough. And then put up in the air by Goretzka and put away very nicely off Igonu's block. Nice Stuka. Tight. Little jumping contest, but the joust is won by Łódź. And they might still get the point. Yeah, nice put away. Now, Ryszczuk staking a claim here to stay out on court ahead of Juve. Coach Cioppini just wanted to see how she did, and on the evidence of the first couple of plays, she's made it. And Achar really upset with herself for not making that. That's a cracking touch. It was a long, long way out of play. That's the block. And into the net from Gabi. Here we go. VakifBank have lost a bit of rhythm here. And Łódź with a chance to at least put some pressure on. Now, where does Buchet go this time? I wouldn't be surprised if she goes back to Gabi. You trust the superstars to put the ball away second time of asking, but she goes to the other superstar, Paola Igonu, who gets it sorted. Well, Well, I like the way the Łódź players have responded to what has been a tricky evening for them so far. They're still talking, they're still trying to discuss the way forward. Oh dear. Well, it's a lovely contact on the ball. It was a very hard hit. But unfortunately, against a tall block like VakifBank, it's not easy, and Vakifska has been stuffed again. Not for the first time this evening. It's been a tough outing for the other Łódź middle. Slider down the line. Booker just about gets it in play. It's good saving. Good check with a brilliant piece of defence. But I tell you what, Łukasz has done herself a few favours here, and I would imagine she's going to be staying out on court for the moment, ahead of Diouf. There on her unfamiliar left side. Got some good height on that, and that's the block that has been causing Diouf so many problems. Güneş next to Igonu. Oh, wow. There we go. Sara Güneş reminding us just what she can do. This was a full throttle attack. Again, beautifully set by Buchet. Trying to hang around. Vakifska trying to do the same as Güneş, but slaps it wide. Some frustrations now for Łódź. They're giving away far too many points for free. Güneş, I can't believe she's still only 23 years of age. She's been around forever on the international scene and decides to go for a little hybrid jump topspin. That looks to me like a project that is currently under construction, that serve. I think that could be effective soon. Vakifska then. Lovely pass from Gabi. Just creates the opportunities. And with the ball on the setters' heads at this level, they can just tear the blockers to pieces, really. They set with pace to the wings, they set with pace through the middle, and there's always 3 or 4 attackers available. It's really tough for the blocking side. Igonu then to unleash another serve. Tried to go for the short one. Tried to mix it up. Well, Guidetti will be fully aware of the issues that can sometimes hit a team who've won a set really easily and then are ahead in the next set. You can sometimes just have one foot back in the hotel. You've got to keep your focus to 25. Good defence from Daldarov. And Gonu's blasted it wide. Lost a little bit of rhythm, it's quite tough to find it again. It's an interesting attack. Libra just got to it however she could. Call for a double there. Oh, that is ferocious hitting. What a brilliant piece of defence from Łukasz. And that is just too good. Well, I tell you what, full marks to the Łódź opposite. That was a brilliant piece of defence down the line. But, well, she only had time to blink and close her mouth and that Igonu hit. We are going to get a video check on this. Now, interestingly, there was one in real time in the last set from Igonu that looked out and was in. She has absolutely blasted this. She is going to have flattened the ball right on the floor. Now, is it flat enough to touch the line? Łukaš's original reaction was to say she was beaten. She was beaten. She was beaten for a reason. It was out. Lovely hit as well. So Łukasz doing a great job. They can't earn her team another point. Serves it out the back, but certainly earned her place on court. Been put in by Coach Chiappini for Diouf, who was just struggling a bit against the block. Valentina Diouf back, but Łukasz has come in and been aggressive. Picks up on the pass. Good save, and brilliant. I love that. That's such great technique from Kubra. It helps to be 1m97 tall because she can get over the net quicker. But she got over the net with good technique. Boy, did she enjoy that one. She's loving her time out on court right now. It's Kubra Akman. Second time out for Coach Chippini.
Slide and gamma. Slide with gamma. Okay. Okay. Pay attention that they are following you. Super will be probably 1 by 1, sharp diagonal or no look parallel. Ok, vai, andiamo, vai, andiamo. Butzki!
Well, Łódź came into this tie knowing that it was going to be tough. Very, very tricky to have a shot at the top 8 through the playoffs, but find that you're up against the reigning champions who couldn't finish top of their group. Reigning champions who haven't played volleyball for a little while, for a few weeks, because of the situation in Turkey, so they're desperate to get out on the floor again and play. And they look very good. And that's without Shaka Ogbogu on through the middle, although Kubra has done an excellent job in her place. Good kill. You heard the coach say if it's quick enough to the wing, you can probably get one-on-one. Goretzka got exactly that and made full use of it. Bounces another one. 3 points in it. Łódź not out of it yet. And that's an ace. Bang on the baseline. Great stuff from Goretzka. Well, along with Roberta Racka and Grika, probably the pick of the Łódź players tonight. The youngster. Another good serve. Lovely pass though from Ayça. Ugonu out of the pipe. That is just devastating. When you see Paola Ugonu hit a ball like this, you just wonder how she ever misses or how she is ever stopped. It's stunning. Stunning volleyball. 21-18. Łódź have got a fight here. Kubra to serve. Crowd still into it. Oh, good defence from Gabi, but just out. Plenty of debate over that before Hrushchuk finally decided to leave it. Oh, super block. Vitkowska gets her own back on Zaragoza. No wonder she's smiling. And this little dip in form for VakifBank is being punished by the home side. We are level here in Łódź, and don't the home fans love it. Vitkowska's done the damage. Brilliant serving as well from Grika. And 21 all means changes. Cansu Ojbe comes in as the new setter. And the new opposite is going to be the teenager, the youngster, Alexia Karatasu. VakifBank have got a fight here. Well, they do, through the reliable captain, Gabi. She's some player. Gabi with the crazy arm swing puts another one away. That was a brief substitution, wasn't it? There we go. So the double sub is immediately reversed. Ugonu comes back in, and it's because she's come to front court. But he would have been coming to the front line and was formidable in the block. Ugonu. So back to the original lineup. That's nicely slapped off the block from Vitkowska. 3 really good points from the Polish international at the back end of his third set. And suddenly, this Łódź fan club are much revived. That's just getting serving instructions from Coach Chippini. Can she deliver? She can. Good serve, but Gabi passes it well. Ugonu with a free hit, bangs it cross court. It still feels like VakifBank are going to have just that little bit too much in the tank. Wow, I mean, such a strange outside the body swing, but it's worked. Gabby to serve. Łódź into a side-out battle. Can they level? They can. Superb. Luka puts it away. And we'll head back to the baseline. And Coach Giovanni Guidetti is going to have to think his way through this. Well, Stuka was going to head back to the baseline. But Piasecka is in. Polish international got a bit of court time in set 2. He's on for serve and defence duties and then probably stay on for the pass as well. Which is where Stuka's been targeted a bit by VakifBank tonight. It's a good serve, lovely pass by Cha, and a massive hit from Zeragunish. Buchet trusting her middle player to put another dent in the floor, and Piasecka doesn't stay out there. She took her back in. But it is match point to VakifBank. It's not as straightforward as they were hoping in set 3. Łódź can stay in the match here. This to keep it going. Good defence, brilliant work from Güneş. And a good heavy hit from Daldarot, but well defended by Łódź, and a brilliant hit from Goretzka. And can't contain her emotions, goes through the net on the celebration after that one. And Guidetti with a little look at his electronic clipboard, with possibly just a thought to a 4th set. Gaia comes in for Witkowska, so this is all about the backup setter coming on to serve and play some defence. 24 all, 2 clear points required. VakifBank are in a fight now. Igonu battles, and despite the best intentions of the defence on the Łódź side of the net, she gets the kill. And VakifBank get their second match point. That is flying, properly flying from Igonu. A woman of 1,000 facial expressions. Slight relief on the face that time. Now, it would be classic Igonu to finish this game with an ace. No, good pass. But it's a block. They blocked the first point of the match. They blocked the last. 26-24 in the third. And VakifBank complete a very impressive 3-0 victory away from home here in the first leg of this Champions League playoff. Superb effort by Łódź to come back from a dispiriting second set. And they bounce back really well in set number 3. We are going to get our regulation challenge by the looks of it. This will be a request, I should imagine, for any net touch. And if it is against Łódź, the game is lost. And there we go, confirmation that it is VakifBank's win. An impressive 3-0 victory away from home sets up things very nicely for the return leg next week. And VakifBank will just have to win a single set to get themselves through to a quarter-final place against Vero Volley Milano of Italy. So there we go, MVP goes to Paola Igonu. Slow start to the game and gets a kick up the backside from Gabby, who could also have won the MVP. But once Igonu got going, she was pretty devastating. And that's a good call. I think that's a pretty good call. It looks like the MVP has gone to Alexandra Grike from the Łódź side of things. 25-22, 25-12, 26-24 VakifBank Istanbul get it across the line by 3-0. And there we go. I think that's a good shout. Alexandra Grika put in a good shift through the middle today for Łódź in a really tricky situation. There's a face that's seen it all and done it all in world volleyball. And the Turkish coach now taken over at the helm of Serbian international side. Always tricky on the road to come up with the big result. VakifBank have done exactly that. So there we go. Excellent performance from the Turkish side. Łódź gave it their best shot, but in the end the home side just couldn't find a way into the match, apart from the closing stages to the first and third set when they gave themselves a chance. But Igonu and company flying again in the CEV Champions League. Well played to VakifBank. Once again, a nice look back, up close and personal with the players down there on court. And hopefully, down there on court, we'll get a chance to hear from the coaches very shortly, if not one or two of the players. The victory photo goes to VakifBank. That's generally the one you see on the CEV website alongside the match report, and 3-0 is a solid return on their work for the evening. Shift from Dardarov as well, steady as usual. This VakifBank side.
Congratulations, you've taken an important step toward quarterfinals. It seems the block defense made a big difference.
Yes, we were really careful after studying them and trying to be really in order to stop them. So I'm really glad because it worked.
Much and congrats once more.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations to VakifBank. Congratulations to Paula Igonu for her MVP award. There's confirmation again of the scoreline. Unfortunately for Łódź, it was that second set over and done in 20 minutes that really did put a dent in their spirits. But boy, did they bounce back.